What is up, everybody? It's Connor from Unscripted, back again with another video. In today's video, we are talking about Atlanta FaZe's dominant victory at the Stage 1 playoffs, and as always, we are doing it off the script. So it's been a little while since I talked to you guys. I think my last video came out Friday morning, maybe? I missed a couple days for predictions, but let's just say they did not go well with my predictions for this event. There were a lot of crazy things happen that I did not expect. LAG smoking LAT started it. Obviously, New York beating Optic 3-0 was another big surprise. But yeah, there was a lot going on in this event. It was an awesome first major. Now we'll have a couple weeks off till the next one, and I'm just really excited for that. But before we get into the recap, don't forget to drop a like on the video if you enjoy. Leave a comment down in the comment section below as well with your thoughts on Atlanta's performance, and subscribe to the channel if you are new and you enjoy the content. So as we see here on screen, the Atlanta FaZe, they did win the major, and they won in a dominant fashion. So they won their first two series 3-0, and they were up 3-0 on Dallas in the finals. As we see, can I find it here? They won the first three games, so they were actually 9-0. I was thinking for a second they might just sweep the entire thing, which just would have been insane if they would have won 11-0 over the course of three series to get the win. They did drop two games, but just phenomenal stuff from them. I mean, what can you say? This is by far the best team in the game, you know. When I did my power rankings prior to the major, I had them in the S tier with Optic. I did have FaZe first and Optic second, but it is clear that, to me right now, Atlanta FaZe are in a tier of their own. They are the only S tier team right now. They're just phenomenal. They're so talented individually. They play together so well. Their search and destroy is just absurd. I mean, look at these searches: 6-3, 6-1, 6-2. They beat Dallas by a combined 18-6 over the course of these three searches. So just great stuff there. We know how good they are at search. We know how good they are as individual players, and they really are starting to get their teamwork together, you know, playing for picks, playing with each other, trading efficiently. Communications are great, just all around great stuff by them. Here are the series stats. So Celium actually led the way with FaZe with a 1.25, and SIMP was not far behind him with a 1.19. Abizi, you know, despite having the lowest KD on the team, he made some big plays. I forget which search it was. Was it this one maybe? No, not that one. 3 and 8. Maybe it was the it might have been their search earlier in the day against Dallas in the winners finals. He had a really big game, but I mean here, 8 kills in that search, 7 and 4 in this one, only 3 here, but we know how he is with his first bloods and all that. He had a good series despite his numbers. Arcity's played well. They all played great. As we see here, Simp was named player of the stage. I agree with that. You know, I was calling Hook the best player in the game. I think that was fair to say, but after this series and after Simp's performance, you know, in the major as a whole, I think he has to be called the best player in the game right now. I mean, his team is clearly the best in the game. He has been pretty easily the best player on his team, in my opinion. So if you're the best player on the best team, you have to be the best player in the league, and he surely is. But yeah, just dominant stuff from them. I mean, look at this control on Garrison. Look at the slang. +1, +7, +19. They were +25 in 4 rounds of Garrison control. I mean, they even won an offense on Garrison control, which how often does that happen? Just great stuff there. The checkmate hardpoint Dallas looked good in. You know, they look at this slang, and there for a second it was like, okay, you know, 3-1. Dallas can still get in this search coming up. If they can take a search, they can be right back in the series, and then you see how that went. 6-1 on the Moscow search. Look at the kills. I mean, Illy had as many kills as Crim6 and Huke had combined, so not going to win many games like that. Simp went 9-3 on that search. He was just phenomenal, like I said, this entire series. Dallas, they came back and they won the control pretty convincingly on raid, but you knew, you know, search coming up next probably was not going to go well for them, and it did not. 6-2. Simp went 12-3 in that last search. 1,800 damage. Just great stuff from him. What can you say? I mean, they're a great team. They dominated this major. They are on top of the league right now. On the Dallas side of things, I mean, you can see the stats there. I don't even know who to call their best player from this series. I'd probably say Crim6, maybe Illy. I mean, don't get me wrong. Dallas is still a phenomenal team, and they are definitely the second best team right now in the CDL. It's just that they are a distant second. As much as you don't want to crown a team as clearly the best this early in the game, how can you not crown Atlanta FaZe as the best team in the game? They beat Dallas, what is it, 8-2 between these two, or 9-2 between these two series? No, 8-2, yeah. They beat them 3-0 in winners bracket finals, and then they beat them 5-2 in this for a total of 8-2 on the day. Just great stuff from them. Now, elsewhere, I probably won't even be able to find the bracket here. Let me see if I can find the standings from this. Because the other big surprise, of course, was New York Subliners. They've actually finished third in this event, which they were hot for sure in the group play or throughout the seeding games. But still, they surprised me a little bit, especially when they 3-0'd Optic after getting absolutely smoked by Optic just, the day before. So that was impressive from them, especially because they were down 2-0 in their elimination series against Florida. They could have easily, lost one of those next 3 games, and they would have been knocked out. They would have finished 7th, 8th, right here where Florida finished. But they clutched up then. They won 3 games in a row. They came out, they smoked Optic, and just good stuff from them. So, despite getting third, they were definitely probably the standout team from the week, from the major outside of FaZe, of course, because FaZe was expected to be right there. Whether they were going to get first or second, they were definitely expected to be top 3, whereas New York, I don't think, was expected to be there. So shout out to them. They played well. Interesting stuff for them moving forward. People were thinking a roster change might be coming with Hydra, but probably not anymore, given their performance in this major. But yeah, what can you say? Atlanta FaZe, they are phenomenal. They are the Major 1 champions, and they are going to look to carry that momentum into Stage 2, which I believe is 2 weeks from now. I think there's a 2-week break until we get into Stage 2, so between now and then, I will definitely have some content out. Of course, I'll be covering news. If there's any roster moves, I'll definitely talk about that. I plan to make a video ranking every single player from Stage 1, so that will take some time. I don't know when that will happen, but it will happen between now and Stage 2. That will be fun to make. I look forward to that. Otherwise, just typical videos, power rankings, things that come to my head. Maybe evaluating the teams. There's some teams I want to talk about. Paris Legion for sure. Actually, Paris and Minnesota, both teams I want to talk about. I will probably give them their own video, give my thoughts on those teams, because they were definitely disappointments for me at this major, but I expect them to bounce back in the future. I will talk about that in those videos right now. This one is just about FaZe, and congrats to them for their dominant performance. Congrats to SIMP for winning the series MVP. And yeah, what else can you say? Good stuff from them. Good stuff all around. Pretty good opening major. Can't complain about it. Looking forward to the next one. So for now, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to drop a like I said. Leave a comment down below as well, and subscribe to the channel for all the content that will be coming out in the next 2 weeks before Stage 2 kicks off, because there will be plenty of it. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the Call of Duty this weekend. Hope you had a good day, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.